Hello humans, did my research. So for the first 15 seconds of the video, no swear, no gory stuff, don't say any certain words, and we passed the first 15 seconds. I'm cool to say anything. Been putting in the research, the big brain stuff. Firstly, yes, like breathing or coughing next to me, that's the dog, it's not me. If you hear barking or a puppy ripping its paws to shreds on like a letterbox, that'd be my neighbours. And if you hear power tools, that's someone above me doing some shit. Fucking no, not my issue, but if any of that noise, it's not me somehow making it. I'm not making drill noises or barking. Okay, just in case you're thinking, oh, this guy's a freak. Who is this guy? Who's this guy sounding like a fucking power saw? Yeah, it's not me. Right, firstly, talking about weird people. Nothing, stuff that I think's weird, this one's about. Now, I'm going to start off the weird people that I'm mainly surrounded by. Or were. The weird people in school. You got like, you've got the oddballs that might fucking shoot up the school, bring a knife to school, but I was cool with them. I'm not cool with no one doing that, but I'm alright with them. I'm not on about them. They're just like, they're hard to talk to, if you get what I mean. They're not that much of an issue. Then you've got like the I'm depressed, I have anxiety, and then people are just crying and they get treated special for it and they do different things. It's just not fair. No. I'm not saying some people don't have anxiety, but what I'm saying is like, you're like a white woman in the United Kingdom. Fucking life's not that hard for you at the moment, or much throughout history, if I'm being honest, so far. Unless I missed the history lesson where and the white women had their legs chopped off and put into acid vats to die. But no, that's, some bad, what really happened to them? Domestic stuff, if you married a bad man, what do you mean? That could be any fucking race. I'm not gonna get into bad men yet, we'll a little think about that later. Them people, I'm assuming like, probably in workspaces, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, people who, okay, one thing at a time. Don't like that certain people who are like that get specially treated because they're, blank, nothing's happened to them. Nothing at all. Even if something does happen to you, just fucking deal with it. I sound like a man, don't I? But fucking, you know what I mean? I can't imagine as a human being, like, just being like, I haven't been happy in ages. Deal with it. You don't need happiness. No one needs happiness. We desire happiness. Everyone would like to be happy because, you like the way it feels, but realistically, happy, sad, and excited, terrified, is that gonna stop you waking up the next day? No. You'll live. Fucking, you can eat food, drink water, get sunlight while being any blank emotion, and then wake up the next day. You don't need to be happy. It's what everyone's been coddled with. I'm not happy. Why have you got to cry about it? Why can't you just not be happy? Can you not just be blank? Can you not just be like, calm, if anything? Why have you got to be like, then all they do is like fucking talk about us. What's the main personality? I'm depressed. I can't myself. Why are you going on about that? Maybe you were really bad. You thought, oh, I do need to feel something. I've been blank for so long. Maybe you did cut yourself. Maybe you liked it. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you felt something. Maybe it taught you a lesson. Maybe it scared you straight. Any blank number of things. But if you're doing it and then like just going around telling people that, if you're the type of person to do that, you probably haven't fucking did it. And secondly, if you are, you're just a fucking idiot who's got no personality. That's all there is to it, really. For being honest. Honesty's not looked upon greatly nowadays. Well, for the last like fucking, I don't know what, 20, 30 years I'd say. Maybe not 30. 20. Say 20ish. Now, moving on from that, moving on from them people. I don't think I want to, because I'll just end up getting fucking annoyed and going off for fucking 20 minutes about it. Now before, I'm thinking about it again, I was talking, you know, women. No, I'm not. Look. I'm not a woman. But you know, like when all I keep seeing on like my social media is women just going on about like how the men in their lives are like just fucking terrible. Like, you know, clown, fucking, you know, he can't have sex for long. He was a slag, you know. Well, slut if you're American. I don't know why I put that accent. That's not an American, is it? Doesn't sound like, dude, riding the fucking waves, bro. No, that's more American than whatever I did. But like, when you're posting that on social media, does not like run through your head like, oh yeah, this will teach everybody. Yeah, I was with a clown. I was with a slut. I was with the guy like cheating on me. I was with the toxic guy. So like, you were the person, fucking Emily. You were the person who was fucking the clown. You were fucking that guy. That was you. That was you lying down for him, making him food. The clown, or the toxic guy, or the slut, or you know, the guy who's pathetic at sex. Oh, that was you. You were the one fucking him and caring for him. You go, girl. That's empowerment. You were the one fucking the clown. Ah, you fucking boss, babe. Oh wow, well done. You were the guy. Well, not the guy. Well, some people are guys that are girls, and some girls are guys. No, but no, it's not getting into that. Not yet. But that shit annoys me, and it's always like, he was blank. Oh, look, come on, don't say blank. Come on, let's put some adjectives in there. He was a very malicious, toxic piece of shit, doo-doo man, and he was blah blah, every bad thing in the book. You know, sometimes that won't be a girl's fault. Maybe in the start he was all like, happy, I'm a good guy, and then he turned out to be shit. Yeah, that's not your fault, but like, why are you advertising that you were with a shit guy? Like that doesn't make, maybe I feel sorry for you if it's a really bad case, but like, it's that much that like, you know, like every guy that like when they break up with, like, the guy was fucking horrific each time, and like the girl did nothing. The girl was perfect, which was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, I mean, some guys will just be horrible, but like stuff like that. But you know when it's multiple times where it's like the girl going on, like, oh, my ex, and then this ex was like this, like, so maybe it was, you know, pure luck that every one of them was nice then turned horrible. But if you never think like you're the common factor and all that, like the men are the variables, it's different men. I'm not saying it's their fault, but like you were one common factor in that relationship. And also, have you not done anything bad, or is it really just happened that like, oh, the men are horrific each time? And if it is the men that are horrific each time, why are you attracted to bad men? Like you keep picking bad men. Like there are good men out there that will just like fucking, you know, funny, make you happy, whenever you fucking want, exactly what you love, likes your interest. Like they're out there. You're picking like the scumbag, who is, you know, clown, toxic, all that stuff. Like you're picking them type of guys. Like you decide at the end of the day. It's not like the man doesn't really get to say whether like they're in a relationship, it's the woman. I mean, there'll be some cases where, you know, the girl chased down the guy and then, you know, the guy said yes. You know, but it's the women who like normally confirm it. Like, really, just, he's scum again, or you got another scumbag, oh no, it's all these men, isn't it? Yeah, but is there a reason you wanted to like have sex with the scumbag? You know, is there any you know, any common stuff that leads with that you like maybe? Do you ever think about that? But no, don't talk about that. It's never the woman's fault. No, I'm not going to talk about that one thing, 'cause that sounds bad. Well, it is. Talk about that at some other point, 'cause that one's a fucking tiptoey subject. Let's not talk about that. Oh, talking about women that leads into this. The feminists. It's just the odd. Like back in the day, it was like, you know, for the right to vote. You know, let me get a job, and then after the job, pay me the same as the man. And then, I don't know what went after that. Now, I guess that's all the shit that we have nowadays, which is just fucking odd. Now, but I don't get about feminists nowadays. It's pointless shit. It's just utter nothingness, like crying about weird stuff. And like the feminists, they aren't even going on about just women anymore. It's like themselves. Like they each have their own blank version. I guess everyone would have their own version of feminism, but like, this is my thing as a feminist, as a black woman in America, or is it why you gotta be you're a black woman, but like, if you want something done for women, that's all women, white, Asian, Middle Eastern, Oceanic if you're from Australia, you know. It's not just fucking black women that you should be fighting for, then it's a race thing. Why do you have to say, why can't you just be a woman? Why have you got to be a black woman? Or like, why have you got to be like a disabled woman if you've got a disability? I've seen that before. Like, why aren't you just a woman when you're talking about feminist issues? Because it's not like the black feminist issues, the Asian feminist issues. Like, feminism's women as a whole, is it not? Or are you not? Like, when you say you're a black or a disabled feminist about them issues, is like, that's just for you then? Do you not want all the other women to have better stuff, or is that just your issues? It's their personal issues, really, what they've had to deal with, like being black or disabled, them type of things in like a certain country. But like, you're talking about feminist stuff. Why you mention your race? Because being a race isn't a gender, isn't a, you know, a boy or a girl. That's an entirely different thing. It's fucking stupid to bring up. What I also think's weird about feminism is when like a trans man, you know, tries to get in on it. And I'm not, obviously men, you know, should I don't know about liking feminism, you know. You know what I mean, like when you should like feminism, like the base thing of it. Not like the modern, not what we've got today, but like, we should be equal, you know. You're not better than a woman because, oh, I was born with a penis. You know, most smart people, like, you'll know what I mean. But like, it's just weird. Like, you should like it, and then there's just all these added extra shit that's stupid. Back to the trans, like, men. You're like, obviously you'll face some stuff that a woman kind of faces because you're kind of a woman, but like, you're not really a woman because you'll never be that. Like, you'll never be like 13, you know, you're just outside or you're at home, bam, first period comes in, hurts like hell. You've never felt anything like it before. I never have, but I've heard that periods hurt, you know. I've heard that from people, you know, a few. Like, you'll never be that, like, since you were like 12, 13, possibly 11 if you start early. Like, you haven't had a period for like a week, for months since you were a child. Like, you're some 19-year-old that hasn't, they don't have a fucking personality, they've got nothing going on, they're dead boring, it's never a handsome person, they never have a good body, they're never fucking normal. It's stuff like that. It's never someone who's like, wow, what a handsome young man. It's always some like, it'll either be some like fat blob, or like some like skinny little fucking virgin loser. It's never like, wow, what a good looking man. Wow. Oh, we want to become a girl. Well, never would have thought. It's never that, is it? It's always some little freak with bad genetics. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it how it is. Some people have bad. Everyone's got bad genetics in a way, and you'll have good, but it's the freaks. it's the people that look ugly and are weird and have, you know, just the personality's terrible. That's all that it is. So when I see trans people talking about feminist issues, it's like, not really your issues, you know, you've got your own, you've got like, I don't know, trans issues. You're not a woman the way they're a woman. And like, what I hate is like when like trans people go, yeah, why can't we play in sports? Well, fucking, I don't know, what's a girl name? What's a good girl name that I can use? Well, Paula. Remember when you were Paul for 26 years and you've got all, you had all that test in your body and you can put on muscle radically quicker than women and you may already have before you transition, and you've got like naturally better reflexes than most women. Well, you should if you were born a man. You should have naturally better reflexes. Like, as a man, you just think differently. Like, you think more for like, well, if it's a combat sport, obviously combat, but even if it's physical, like, you'll have better lungs. Like, you'll be thinking, like, every one of them women there, they'll be thinking like a woman. I'm not saying like women think worse, nothing like that, but like they'll think like a woman and you're over there thinking like a man. And that could like completely ruin or give an advantage in a way. It's just not fair. And like, you'll, as a man, if you're not like, well, you know, some people are shorter, that's just the way it is, but as a man, you know, typically you're taller, you know, 6 foot or maybe a little bit under or above. Some people are fucking huge, some people are very small, just the way it is. But let's say you're just like some 6'2", you know, man, and then, oh, now I've got boobs and they've fucking slaughtered me William balls, now I'm a woman. And I would like to do swimming. And then, you know, when they have one of them competitions, surprise, surprise, they come first. And then you see the women standing next to them fucking like, you know, they can't say anything, but they're not happy. I wouldn't be happy. I'd say something, but then, you know, you'd lose your career, everything's ruined, everything's took off you. You know, you can go fuck yourself. That's all there is, really. Just go fuck yourself. That's what, I don't know, I hate this fucking modern age. I wouldn't want to be born fucking earlier though. I don't think I wouldn't get treated too good, but that's because of my certain race. But I mean, you know, fucking girls need to be girls, boys need to be boys. You know, shit was simple though. Back in my day, no.
That's what you get for harassing people.
Awesome. Another thing I don't like. Let's go off the feminist issues. They're just silly, honestly. They're more annoying if anything. It's kind of, they're just like a shut up kind of thing. If it's not the important stuff. Okay, no, last one more thing for someone. Maybe no one will. About 2 people watch this if I'm lucky. If the YouTube gods decide and, you know, toss the dog a bone. But, you know, like when they bitch about pay stuff, like what's stopping you from making a business and becoming a millionaire? Like, you don't have an issue anymore. You're not working in the factory getting paid like £2 less than the man that makes like £4 an hour. Like it's not like that anymore. You can make more money than a man easily, like the same way a man can make more money than a woman. You know, in the West at least.
Got another crime report.
I don't know what's happening. Women in the Middle East probably typically don't work any of that shit. I don't know. Probably Asia, and I'm assuming they work, maybe. I don't know, I don't live in Asia. No, let's bring that up. You know all these feminist issues? No, the feminists, they never go over to the fucking Middle East and try and give the women freedom, you know, from like... Well, the women over there need a man. They fucking need a man. And you don't go over there and like, oh, girls, come on. You get your own job. You're solid on your own. Come on, girls, focus on your career. They step foot over there, they get shot. And you know that, but you know, if the feminist cause is that great, it's the all fucking go over there. Free the women. Another thing, we'll get into this, why not? Like, I don't, you know, like the Middle East thing and the women, like some women like being covered up, like you happen to wear the little hijab, the head thing, and then, you know, sometimes it comes with like a built-in little bandana, doesn't it? I don't know what you'd call that. Some women like that, but then you've got the ones that hate it, and the fact that like over there, women, that they're not equal to men at all. Some hate that, you know, some doesn't want to be like equal like we are over here really. Like, you've got that. And like, what I think about that is like, would you be happy if you were a Muslim, like a Muslim man? It's cool. But would you be happy if you were a Muslim woman? Like, you know, cover everything up, cover your face up, don't show your hair, get that body covered up, get with a man that has, you know, like 3 other women. Like, would you be cool with that if you weren't born into it and it wasn't like put in your head every day since you like what 3 where you could start understanding things? Like, would you be okay with that? Or would you like, you know, if you were like, I don't know, where here, England, let's say, or America, you know, typical Western country, if you had like freedom for a bit where you could wear what you want, have your hair out in any style you really wanted, not told, well, I don't know if it's told, but like, you know, you can live without a man over here, type of thing. You know, you get, I'm assuming women over there don't get much, as much of an education as women over here. Would you be cool being a Muslim then, having to be treated that way, if you weren't raised with it every day? Like, put the thing on, put it on now, put it on, do it, you're a Muslim. Like you say about it, I'm not just against the Muslims, it'll be like that about any religion. You know, if you weren't born into it and it was put in your head every day since you were a child, would you be cool with it? But the way they treat women, it's very, not equal at all, honestly, not equal. Just, it's terrible. It's kind of shitty. You know, you don't have to do anything, which is nice in a way, but you know, you must cover up. No, lower your gaze. Like, the fact, like I know, probably has good intentions, but like, if that has, if your Quran has like shit like lower your gaze in it, like as a man, like, do you really need to read that as a man? Or like, if you didn't have that as a Muslim, would you be like, oh, I need to look at her boobs, oh, I've got to look at her ass, oh, because I mean, I don't know, personally as a man, maybe I don't have enough rage and testosterone in me, but like, you know, like when a woman walks past me, I don't think, I've got to wolf whistle this bitch, I've got to wolf whistle her, I've got to grab her ass or something, I've got to smack her ass, I must do, maybe I'm just not that much of an alpha male, but like, I personally don't think I need a book to tell me to lower me fucking gaze, you know what I mean? But maybe, you know, maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I don't need a book to tell me what to do. Sorry, man. I like, I'd say, like the Muslim religion the most, but they say dogs are dirty, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. But like shit like that. Anyway, next Mr. Ellis. Before we keep going off on one. All the gay stuff's weird, and all the gender stuff's weird. I don't like it. I don't think many people don't like it, but you gotta lie. I don't feel like lying. I don't care. Like all the, I'm glad it's not over here in England because you get fucking stabbed. Realistically, if being honest. But like, you know, like the Pride marches and that, where it's just people in gimp suits. It's all weird, like they're in dog outfits and that. And there's children, and the children are like looking. Like when they go in school and that, and they pass out sex toys and shit. I'm not making that up, by the way. Like, it's weird. Like, be gay. Like, as long as it's not your whole personality, cool. Like with that, like even with a straight person, as a mom's like, oh yeah, look at that chick, dude. Oh, what a body on that girl. Oh yeah, look at her titties. They're not fun. They're not cool people either. But like, if your whole thing's, well, I like to suck a penis, or I love to scissor, you know, it's fucking boring, and they're all weird, they're all gimpy and weird, and like they don't dress normal, you gotta like stand out, you know, rebel, I guess, for some fucking reason. I don't know who cares, because it looks weird, and everyone does care, they get attention from it, and they love being validated for the attention. Like, if everyone just ignored them, it'd probably calm down a bit, but like, I don't know, if they came into my kid's school and were giving out sex toys and saying if spit or lube was better and that type of shit, I probably couldn't ignore it. I'd probably fucking say something. And with the gender stuff, not about the trans stuff, I went over that before. As a human species, the way we put it, at least the way most people don't like it, you're a boy or a girl, that's just the word we use. You know, fucking, how you know the difference. You've either got penis, or you've either got a vagina. Right, it's quite simple what you're born with, you'll know, you'll figure it out quite easily. You know, your body will change in different ways depending on what you are. Like the people who go on about gender, about others, oh yeah, blah blah blah. And like even the people like, oh yeah, in the past, you know, these people had so many other genders, and now we only have two. You know. I'm not even asked about the gender. For me, it's as our animalistic species, because we're just animals too. You either have one or the other, and that's what you were born with. And when you were being made in a belly, you know, your mother's belly, there's probably a reason you were born with that one and not the other one. So, I don't know, look, if there is a God, you could probably piss them off by doing that. I don't know about that though, but if there is one and you've been made in God's image, you know, you've fucked it up royally there, haven't you? And, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you've always felt like you were a boy or a girl, but how do you know that's not just what you feel like? Why sometimes what you feel isn't always right, is it? You know, sometimes I'll get angry. Am I gonna like try and fucking throw my house? No. Am I gonna try and like jump through the wall out of anger with a flying kick? No, obviously not. Doesn't matter what I feel, it doesn't make it right, does it? If I'm angry, I'm not gonna start just like punching the floor. And well, Snuggles, what you've done? Do we have to end this now? Alright, Snuggles needs attention, so I guess this is where we end it. I was going to talk about another little gender thing, but we can end this early. Guys, like, subscribe, don't kill your grandma, fucking share with everybody.